So it's 2024 and I'm going to talk about COVID-19. Now, you might think that's already passed, but even though it's been a while, I think speaking about it now has some relevance. And at least by now, you all have put away your pitchforks, so by the time you find them and come after me, at least I'll get a head start. Basically, I mean, as humans, like the whole world pretty much did the whole COVID-19 thing. And we look like dumbasses. Like, you know, if you want to talk about the biggest disease caused by COVID-19, it's got to be mental illness. For one, everyone was paranoid. Like, the whole world was paranoid. You were paranoid that I was going to kill your gran. Or you were paranoid that the government was giving you a jab so that your dick would become a 5G radio transmitter. And everyone's like trying to figure out where it came from. People blaming China. The thing is, though, you know, COVID took like 3 years or something. It was hanging around for. Everyone was talking about it. It was a big deal. When was the last time China made anything that lasted 3 years? So the masks, don't get me started on the masks. Get me started on the masks. That was the dumbest shit. Like, the dirtiest thing about most people during COVID-19 was their face mask. It was just sitting there in their ass pocket for weeks and weeks, and whenever they needed to go to shop, they just reach in amongst all the arse sweat and pull it out and then put it on. If you did not have a disease before you wore that mask, 100% you had one afterwards. The only thing any of those masks protected you from was self-righteous glares. And the public service, holy moly. It was a field day for public servants. They were just getting off, you know, they were just getting off. They were writing reports and press releases about whether you should drive in your car, because people were making so many jokes about everyone wearing a face mask in their car that they actually put out press releases, the government, about how it was a good idea to wear it in your car, because at least then you were staying in the habit of wearing a face mask. I mean, why not just wear it in the shower? Why not just wear it to bed every night? It was almost as bad as saying you ought to wear it just so you don't give it to yourself. Yeah, man, like, public service just went all the extra time and effort they got to get paid for. You know, all the bloody the guidelines they got to set, all the checklists they got to check, all the protocols. They love their protocols, you know, just like, you just see them there and it's just like, oh, protocols. And they're just like writing all these protocols and having just meetings, endless meetings and discussions and rediscussions about previously discussed protocols. Oh man, that was sad. And like, I knew this guy, and he had 3 cats and 2 dogs. He lived by himself with 3 cats and 2 dogs. So his house is a giant litter box. That's what his house is. But every time he'd go to the shops, like a gallon of hand sanitizer. And that guy would then come home after putting his gallon of hand sanitizer on and kiss his dogs on the face. And you might be thinking, oh, he loves his dog. And fair enough. But, you know, I've seen where that dog has shoved its nose. And it shoved its nose up pretty much every other animal's ass in that, or ass for my American friends, house, in his neighborhood. Thousands of dogs it shoves his nose up the arse of. And he's kissing his dog's face, and it's just like, well, if you're going to get a disease, I'm sure that there's diseases out there from dogs' arse noses. Like, there's got to be diseases that can kill your gran like that. And you know, those diseases have probably been around killing grans since dogs figured out how good arses smell. Yeah, just horrible stuff. Anyway, if there's not a disease out there like that, right, I should probably shut up about it. Otherwise, China might watch this and get ideas and start, you know, getting the labs, the Wuhan labs, down onto making one. And that would be terrible, because then Bill Gates would buy up all the pharmaceutical companies and make a vaccine, a dog's arse nose vaccine, and the government would force us to take it. So keep it under your hats.